you know this, but I'm actually the youngest of 3 children in my family. I have a sister that's 8 years older than me, a brother that's 5 years older than me, and I am the baby. My mom was actually told that she would not be able to have any other children after my brother. So I was a pleasant surprise. Well, maybe not to everybody. I don't think everybody felt that way. But my brother actually tried convincing me for a while that I was adopted. And my mom would always respond, Ryan, leave her alone. She's not adopted. We laugh about it now. But growing up, my siblings and I had a pretty turbulent relationship at times. I think that's only normal. But my siblings have always told me that I am the spoiled one. But I look back and see that none of us lack for anything. Actually, I think my brother's the spoiled one. But the reason I'm telling you this today is because I've been wanting to talk about sibling relationships and how they change over time. And I think this is important to talk about as I look back and see how my siblings have been a huge part of my recovery and where I am today. And years ago, I would have never believed this. So to explain a bit, growing up, my sister was always the one overseeing my brother and I. She was always, saying, don't do that, can't do that. And with her being so much older than myself, we were really not all that close because I was always the little sister getting into her things and annoying her also, which I did a pretty good job of because, I was pretty annoying. But I wanted to be her. She was so beautiful and I wanted to look like her, which meant I loved all of her stuff. I loved her clothes, I loved her makeup, and that usually resulted in her screaming, Mom, Tasha's in my stuff again. Can you please get her out? Yeah, I was always annoying and really enjoyed getting on her nerves. Now, my brother was a little different. In almost every one of my baby pictures, my brother is there making sure I'm okay. He loved me so much when I was a baby. But a lot changed as I grew older and started school. Like I said in the beginning, my brother is 5 years older than me, and so he was a lot stronger than I was. And no matter how hard I could hit him, all he had to do was turn around and barely give a little effort, and I would be on the ground. Yet, it never kept me from going back to get more. My mom would always say, it's all fun and games until someone's crying. Tasha, you know that's gonna be you. Sure enough, minutes later, I would come to her crying, saying that Ryan hurt me. And I did get on his nerves a lot also. He was really popular and I always wanted to be wearing his clothes, even though they were way too big for me. But I would make a way for them to look good. Now, when I was in middle school, my brother got his first guitar. And he thought it was funny where he would sit on the couch and he would write songs about my loser boyfriends and what a loser I was. He drove me crazy. I never thought that I would get along with him, let alone love him someday. However, everything changed when I had my accident. My sister was living in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and the second she heard about my accident, she got in the car and drove to Rochester, which was 4 hours away, and it was snowing. Pretty dangerous, but she wanted to be there. My brother was also there, and they showed me so much in the next months, how much they loved me. And really, they made a lot of sacrifices for me. My brother was in college. He helped manage my parents' grocery store so they could be with me in the hospital. And then in his free time, which wasn't very much, he would come visit me. And my sister, as many of you have heard me share before, she lost 2 jobs because she would not leave my side. And when she had to leave to go home, she visited me every single weekend for 5 months straight, driving 8 hours round trip every weekend just to see me. And so when I moved home, both of my siblings continued to help with my cares in whatever ways they could. Their spouses helped. Everyone contributed. And it was here where I really began to love my siblings and see all they had done for me and really how special they were, how grateful I was to have them in my life. And I also got to see that they really did love me, especially my brother. Boys don't always display that, but his actions really showed how much he cared. And today I look back and I giggle especially because I look at how much my siblings and I fought, how much we annoyed each other. But today, they are team members of my pit crew, and I would not be where I am today without them. And so I look forward to when they call, and I count the days until we get to see each other. Now, my sister lives closer. She's only 8 miles away, but my brother lives 2 hours away. So I really look forward to when I can see them and spend time with them. And I see my brother, I cannot stop telling him how much I love him and how grateful I am that he's my brother. And same with my sister, but she's a little closer. So I would have never thought how things could change over the years. And so why am I saying this? Because most of you have siblings. Maybe your siblings drive you crazy, or maybe they're your best friend. Whatever it is today, I just want you to know that relationships change over time. Be grateful for your siblings and let them know that you love them. I learned when I had my accident that life was really frail. And I am so glad that I had a second chance to grow in my relationships with my siblings. If you're at odds with your siblings, please forgive them and do whatever you can to have a relationship with them. Now, I realize there are some toxic sibling relationships out there, so I understand that there are times where that is not possible, but do what you can. If your siblings are driving you up the wall right now, know that someday you're going to love them. Someday you're going to look back on this time and laugh, just like I am doing today. Now, I see this as not only my life, but also in many of my friends' lives, where they look back and laugh, and where they're so close with their siblings now. So it's not just me. Hold on. Someday you will love them. And so today I just want to say, I love you, Angie. I love you, Ryan. Thanks for being the best siblings in the world. Thanks for joining me today. Please subscribe to my channel and comment on this video below. And be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks.